Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there on YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I am looking at is the Lion Stout. Huge shout out to Michael Komaroff from Brooklyn for sending me this and 3 other awesome stouts. I really appreciate it. I was thinking about this beer the other day, and I have come to the conclusion that I've never had this beer. I always get the Lion Stout and the Dragon Stout from Jamaica mixed up for whatever reason. So I have had the Dragon Stout, but I don't think I've ever had the Lion Stout. This stout is from Sri Lanka. It is imported by Dropripplewave Corporation out of Bellmore, New York. And this is an 11.2 ounce can, which you would never know unless you saw it on the label because it looks just like a 12-ounce can. So you are kind of getting ripped off 0.8 ounces. But 8.8%, 55 IBUs, it's a heavy hitter. And I don't know what the price point on this is, but I don't think it's too high. I think it's a pretty reasonable 6-pack. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this thing. Let's go ahead and pour it up. All right, there's your appearance. Nice 2.5 finger dark tan head. The appearance with this is pretty much black. The lighting in here is not the greatest right now, but I cannot see through it, so we're just going to go ahead and say that it's pretty much a black appearance. The aroma, getting that roasted malt right up front. With that, you're getting some dark chocolate, nice roasty, toasty, bready notes, maybe a touch of caramel. Almost smells a lot like the Guinness Draft. Guinness has such a rich, roasty aroma and flavor. This is obviously a lot higher than that 8.8% versus 4.2% for the Guinness Draft. But it smells a lot like that on the nose. Nice, roasty, toasty, bready, a little bit of that dark chocolate. None of the alcohol whatsoever is coming through on the aroma. It just smells like a normal, like, session stout, much like Guinness. So, smells good. Without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Reminds me a lot of Guinness, actually, with the flavor. A little bit more body, a little bit more flavor as well. Roasted malt is coming through right up front. It leads into a nice, bready center. You're getting the toasted bread notes. You're getting a little bit of that dark chocolate, a little bit of a caramel sweetness, but it's not really that sweet of a beer. It's more roasty, toasty, and bready. Not a ton of sweetness, but just a touch of that caramel in the middle and the dark chocolate. Not a sweet chocolate, though. Dark chocolate, a little bit more on the bitter side. The rich and bitter side. The IBUs 55, there is a little bit of bitterness on the back end, on the finish as you swallow it down, but I wouldn't guess 55. That seems a little high. I would guess maybe closer to, like 25, 30. The mouthfeel, medium. Actually, on the high end of light, not quite into medium for me. Very light body considering that it's an 8.8% beer. No alcohol warming whatsoever going down the throat. No indication that this is a high alcohol stout at all. This tastes like a session stout. It's really incredible how well the alcohol is masked. You could get into a lot of trouble with this. Michael Komaroff has brought this multiple times to Stout Sunday, And now I see why, because it's a hell of a beer. It's easy drinking. It's more of a classic stout. You know, we get all these barrel aged stouts, these flavored stouts with additives in them, like dark chocolate and maple syrup and vanilla beans and all of that. This has none of that in it, so it's getting back to the roots of the style. It's very enjoyable. It's super smooth and easy drinking. Like I said, you got to be really careful with this because it drinks just like a Guinness draft would, and that's 4.2%. So that's how smooth and easy drinking this beer is. Mm, absolutely delightful. Man. Hmm. I think I'm going to go with a 97 with this. It's an excellent stout. It's getting up there towards world class for the style. I like that it's not barrel aged and it doesn't have any added flavors, and that the alcohol is still that well masked, considering that it doesn't have any of those adjuncts, so to speak, because there's nothing really to mask the alcohol other than the roasted malt and the hops, I guess. But definitely doesn't drink like 55 IBUs either. So 97 out of 100 for the Lion Stout from Sri Lanka. I definitely recommend checking this one out if you can find it in your area. It's definitely worth a go, especially if you're into a more traditional stout. This would be a nice one to grab. So thanks again to Michael Komaroff for sending me this. You can catch him here on Georgia Beer Reviews every Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern for Stout Sunday. He's a really great guy. I appreciate him sending me all this wonderful beer, and I will definitely have to reciprocate. I got a package in the works for him. I'm sending some nice local Georgia craft brews that I know he won't be able to get up there in New York. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 97 out of 100. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.